Advice here, exclamation mark bracket. You can therefore see the results in there so far. Nino Shelty, winners semifinals, Grassengroom, Momo. Right now it's gonna be the next one, so we are through. No, and this time it's gonna be, oh, that's such a sad story for Grassengroom. Apparently veto, no, he will be afraid of Kentaur Raiden, of course. That's a logical veto in there. But the Zeus is interesting choice. Frankly though, in that matchup, I'll be still favoring the Momo. Both because he's having experience and whatnot, but nonetheless, Zeus is quite nicely versatile. But kind of like the defensive properties of the Hades, making him maybe a bit more interesting for the kind of like the boom and the long-term play. But maybe the long-term then engagement, considering, for example, Colossi with Hephaestus, that's a bit of a different story. That's where potentially Grassengroom could be getting some edge. But another open map is gonna be right now given. The food obviously doesn't matter, same civilizations, but it's gonna be pretty great still that it's open, and therefore the Centaurs are gonna be having some good chance here for Grassengroom. So that's what we are going to be expecting to be seen actually played and utilized as, well, first relic, for example. Okay, let's not even mention that one. That's the one that we do not talk about. And, well, just have to be waiting until we get a bit more information by the players here for game number 2 of their match. That gold mine here to the right so far seems to be a bit kind of off the beaten path, which could be maybe here and there somewhat of an advantage. Bit harder though to wall off, it looks like. We'll have to be invested into quite a long one. And it's far away from the TC, so therefore not the safest. On the other hand, probably can't be expecting that much of a severe raiding by right now the Hades. And it's gonna be, this is gonna be about what kind of positions, especially the Hades, is gonna be having. Like for the second TC, where the gold is going to be positioned, the hunt even for him. So therefore, how much easier raiding that's going to be for Grassengroom. And Eye of Horus is actually a fairly nice little rating, or rating relic to be had actually. Yes, sorry Quoth, but we are having best of 3 here, so good luck against Super therefore, it looks like. And you are gonna be therefore already playing... you are not playing there yet. You are still having to actually wait for players here. Yep. But nonetheless, looks like it therefore right now the losers bracket has scored up. And we are gonna be therefore at this point having just the semifinals of the winners bracket, and then we're gonna be continuing forward with therefore the further games. You can see right now hunt. That's an interesting gold. Not protected by anything forward, but it's actually reasonably close to the base, so he can somewhat keep it a bit safer. You can see right now good gold for him. Protection of course coming forward, not like it's gonna be needed against the Hades. Whereas for the Hades himself, his gold is certainly gonna be needed to be protected. That is for sure. Some kind of wall in the front. Next to at least next to the tower here. I do wonder if maybe he could be already casting sentinels. On there. That's gonna be a really good sentinel here to the bottom. Will be helping out. Back TC doesn't give him anything. You can see the gold. No. Scratch that. You can see, look at the gold though. And the wood line next to it. That's actually fairly nice. And Hisokamoro, thank you very much for the follow. This is gonna be well protected. Problem is not against the Centaurs. They can still be annoying from about this position. So that's gonna suck. But on the other hand, if he can be somewhat actually maybe blocking even the path in here, then this is not completely terrible. Front TC is just like completely stupid. I don't think that actually to be a good idea in there for the Athena to go for Momo. Is he gonna be able to manage it? I don't know. I mean, like with the Kentaur at the very start, I think he's gonna be having a bit of a problem to finish it properly. So depends how he's gonna be feeling. If he's feeling if he's feeling funny or not. I have Horus, of course. It's gonna be quite a nice addition. The extra pop limit, at least on that 1 TC anyway. Getting an extra unit effectively. There we are. Hermes, of course, in. No, and... is there actually even gonna be a second DC? That's a bit of a question. Because you can see right now he's camped all the way to the right, which is far away from the town centers. Okay, there's one villager going to the top. And he's gonna be scouted. You can see Grassengroom, of course, looking for that. He's gonna be seen right now on the hill. More villagers coming up. Okay, so he's getting the back one. I do agree with that, but the problem is, first he's getting scouted. Second, he's definitely not getting enough villagers in there. And even right now going in with this is gonna be maybe a bit too late. Of course, Kentaur sprinting forward. Next one is gonna be on the way. Oh, it's Odysseus, there's a second. Come on, don't waste your time here. Shouldn't be able to stop it, considering right now the timing, but he might be able to snipe like 1 or 2 villages if he plays this right. Oh. Look like a bit too tight on the micro in there. Which at this point is of course working fairly decently for Momo, therefore Kentaur of course gone. That means Chiron, so that he can be raiding a bit further, but nonetheless even just this kind of chase around is gonna be meaning that in the end the TC is gonna be a lot safer than I thought it's going to be. Good job and good work right now with only Ajax, effectively didn't need anything else. No, and now, I mean like, doesn't this remind you of a certain map that you have just seen? I mean like it's absolutely same setup. Absolutely same setup. Woodline on the left side, blocking the path in. TC in there, you can see easy wall in. He's having gold in there, he's having food there. This is almost 1-for-1 with the last game. And that was what basically like was one of the main reasons why actually Momo was having such a comfortable game in there. Here I'm still seeing a bit of a problem with the gold because of the potential of the Kentaur raids. But on the other hand, he's at this point by this setup completely shutting down any kind of other raidings for the Kentaurs. So Grassengroom at this point should be recognizing that this is time to not do anymore. Maybe could have been even recognizing screw even the polemarks, frankly. And just gonna go and outboom faster mythic, Hephaestus, Colossi, and see if you can actually win there. Yeah, sure, you're gonna be having Perseus in there, which is kinda stupid. Because obviously he's gonna be insta-killing your Colossi. But you're just gonna be able to produce so many of them that he shouldn't be able to be too much annoying. Yep, you can say it now. Polar Bear teabagging the Minotaur here, just to be trolling him, I guess. Who's alive here? Who's gonna be still living forward? Yeah, it's gonna be me, the Polar Bear. Not you, the Minotaur, the mythical unit and creature. Okay, so you're gonna be having Archer range already up. Kinda surprised maybe he's not going for a... oh, that's the stable, of course, to the top side. I was going to say maybe some more stables, but currently, of course, the hoplites are making 0 sense. So this combination maybe could have been even leaving out the archers at the start here. You can see the auto-queue is still not queued in. And would have been maybe just better to be having some Hippicons in the first place. So you're gonna be there for right now, resulting into, no, second TC of course for Grassengroom. I kind of wonder if maybe he could be trying to even take the front TC from Momo. There is some kind of reason because of the gold here. And obviously the map is gonna be free for the taken at this point for Grassengroom. Fortunately misclicked. Yeah, he was trying to send him of course away and he just misclicked into the animal. So he wasn't wanting to be going for a hunt, like in Kingdom Come Deliverance or some such, but nonetheless he just unfortunately clicked a bit elsewhere. No, and looking at this point, fortunately not entirely hitting yet, but is he actually continuing with those? Oh, he does have the auto-queue. I'm really thinking it might be actually a better idea just to stop with them and go into third TC. He's right now going to third TC, so agree with that. And just kind of go into Hippicons himself. Just like, getting a few Centaurs, sure, but not much of a reason to be continue with them, in my opinion. As they really won't be having too much of a, like, usage anymore. They're gonna be still kinda cool in the fights. So, like, let's not kinda discount exactly that kind of part of the game. But does he really need to be worried about it? Not really sure. But it's one of the cheaper units for him to get, so in the end, let's maybe not complain too much from my side about it. If he's gonna be getting 6-7 Centaurs, it's gonna be still quite a bit of a pain in the butt for Momo at this point. Yep, definitely the Mantas and Kenzie Maffei. Momo is definitely getting lucky with the maps and what he's actually getting there. No, and now the Centaurs, just kind of like what he needs to be currently doing. Hiron, camp in here, camp him basically in between the gold and the wood line so that nobody can be getting to him from the other side. And he can be just constantly and instantly like turning off any kind of Centaurs that could be wanted to go for the raid, because they could shoot there, here, absolutely easily. But just like one Hiron camp in there and it's gonna be all up. And yeah, put Hiron here and just kind of like basically micro your knights 100% and you don't have to be doing anything else. This is a bit of a disgusting map for Momo. What's gonna be then the important part after that gold mine is running out, because until that happens, we don't have any kind of game effectively. So the next gold mine is gonna be to the right. That's gonna be already wide open. Potentially the front TC. I'm thinking this is gonna be the next important step in the game. If Momo doesn't manage to claim this, which is gonna be giving him somewhat the next gold mine and potentially even the one on the left side. It's a bit further, but kind of when you look at the map, this is important for it, because it's gonna be giving him a bit more of a control of the whole left quadrant of the game, let's say. So from that point of view, it's quite a bit legit. Okay. Classic situation in here with Kentaur going all kinds of wild, trying to actually hit his 100% attack. It reminds me of a situation that actually is lately happening actually in Age of Empires 2 as well. Some kind of bugs in there going on, but yeah, well, that's something that unfortunately we can also expect in most probably Retold. Plenty bugs all around as they are on 2D. But well, you do have right now some farming, and please do tell me, yes, good. Good, don't have to be repeating that. There's that upgrade coming up. But Momo is having actually a bit more gold than he needs. He's having a bit overdone economy. Needs to be fixing that. Switching a bit more into the farmland, but he really is at this point having an excellent time of the game with Grassengroom though, getting ready also for the Heroic Age. There's the Apollon. I'm thinking about the gods. What's gonna be maybe useful, if maybe the Dionysus is gonna be an interesting choice. The extra HP, stronger horses. Bronze. Bronze actually is a fairly good god power here in this matchup. I mean, like, it's a very long one. 90 seconds for a god power is absolutely extreme. And it can be really netting you some excellent fight. And he might be needing something along those lines. I'm still kind of holding that this is gonna be decided on myth units from Grassengroom. If he's not gonna be skittish to go for Colossi, those should be effectively the game winners, maybe supported by a Titan even. Definitely will be half a mythical age from both players. I would be very surprised if there was Artemis from Momo. I don't see too much of a use for it. But maybe if he was if he were in a good enough position and felt that he can break through, then possibly. Or if he felt the need to actually pull down the TC, maybe that would be actually a reason for Artemis. But so far, we can see Grassengroom is not making any kind of move for it. Frankly, he should be making a move for it, to be honest. If at least some, not like necessarily take it, but he should be going some military buildings around it. Just to have some measure of control when Momo wants to try and get it. Kind of thinking that Momo could be trying to TC faster Mythic. Rather than actually trying to push for it. Yeah, I can say it now, there we go. He's, by the way, not listening because we are on 2-minute delay, so this is not like that he will be reacting to us. He's just kind of having the same idea. But in the end, Momo wants that TC, and I'm thinking it's a bit of a risky play. Thinking it would have been safer from better Mythic, and then actually going for it. But unfortunately, it looks like therefore Grassengroom is gonna be a bit too late. Pop limit is better for Grassen. Still, but he unfortunately doesn't have the upgrades. You can see Hippicons are mediums for Mr. Momino with copper shields. Just against the Centaurs, but nothing too much else. Unfortunately, also at this point, it's gonna be only the barracks finished. Or academy right now for Grassen, and the TC is gonna be actually fairly safe. I'm really thinking this is a missed opportunity though for Grassengroom. We just kinda gave the opportunity to Momo to take it. Thinking that is going to be proven quite a bit of a mistake because it's making Momo's game way easier. He's currently gonna be hard to dislodge. Because right now it would be interesting to be having Earthquake from Grassengroom's point of view to get rid of the TC. But he obviously doesn't. Lightning Storm doesn't do anything for him. In general, Hera doesn't really fix any kind of issue for him either. Lightning Storm, nah. Athenian Wall, not entirely that much of a game changer either. Okay, that's a decent amount of walls. Oh, he's getting ready for Underworld, okay. But with only horses, no hoplites or anything. Oh, he's gonna be trying maybe actually to go for... Maybe actually for some Colossi. It's not entirely that evident. That's gonna be of course the Hephaestus also for the other player. Okay, coming up with all the military buildings as well coming up. Yeah, right now, a bit of a wall in for Momo to the left side to protect his gold mine would be making sense. Otherwise, you can see interesting ups, only query. Otherwise, the farm definitely could be using some up for the opponents. We are looking only base upgrades so far. Red trying to wall him in. Plenty upgrados right now coming for Grassengroom. Whereas for Momo, it's gonna be having to apparently wait a bit. No, but nonetheless, doesn't have to be waiting too much because those economical upgrades are already done for the Egyptian. And that means Momo, not like a civilization Egyptian, but nationality Egyptian. Fortress blocking the gold. Now at this point Momo is just doing all kinds of things right. As you can see, it seems like a Grassengroom is still... I'm not entirely certain if he was trying to check out the gold mine, even though the player was evidently on the left flank. But... okay. He's gonna be getting... oh well, he might be actually well timed for getting rid of the Colossi. Or Colossus. He's gonna be getting the... oh, he won't. He won't be getting actually into... because there is a bit of a time around the advance where you can still actually get the myth unit. But nonetheless, he was exactly in time, so minus Colossus. Now that's what I call a bit of a time-in right now by Grassengroom. Finally something going well for him as well. So no Colossus for free. Which isn't going to be like something that should be really losing the game currently for Momo, but it's still gonna suck. Do we have Perseus? Yeah, there is Perseus coming up. There is Mr. Perseano. Almost in the place. Actually fairly quick. I mean, like, at this point I don't think he needs to be really bothering too much with the siege weapons. Can just gonna try to spam a few of the hoplites in there and utilize them. As fortified TC is gonna be having masons. At 4,500 HP it's gonna be quite a bit of a hard deal at this point to go through, but all bronze is in. He just needs to be really attacking as soon as possible, as long as he does have the advantage above the opponent. Because obviously if he's gonna be kinda like trolling around a bit, then he's not going to be having any kind of advantage very soon. You can see on the left side. Oh. Trying to block the gold here, fairly nice. Of course, also somewhat blocking trade, so it looks like it maybe Grassengroom should be starting from the top. But, sorry, Underworld Passage is gonna be at this point already up, and it's gonna be coming for Momo, so you can say it now defensive one gonna be forced for him, which is not entirely too ideal, but it is what it is. So of course, destroying right now the stable to get the army in is gonna be making very good sense, but this is something that probably won't be leading into anything too great. I'm thinking for Grassengroom so far, at least I'll be believing. Yeah. Restoration is gonna at this point completely screw Grassengroom. Of course the TC is still gonna be having not any kind of damage to it whatsoever, so I'm afraid that this Underworld Passage is gonna be completely fizzling. It looked basically that way also from the very beginning. Way too many villages to potentially even help out, both with refighting or possibly even repairing whatever was needed to be repaired. Be it Underworld or the TC. But still, some hyperspace would be kinda cool to actually get into the fight for Momo. Let's see if he's gonna be getting them somewhat soon. And you can see at least Bellerophon right now fixing the problem. Nice to be seeing some little micro and about 2 million Helepoli has... okay, careful about right about now your Underworld Passage, because once it's gone, then Oh, he actually managed to sneak in a fortress. But where are the times of the original game, right? Like one villager would be enough to repair the underworld with that broken raid that it actually had. And oh, good job. I was literally missing like one shot. So in the end, excellently played by Grassengroom. And in the end, maybe this is actually going to be sneaking through as a... Maybe even... No, don't want to say game winner. But definitely one of the game influences here. And still missing, unfortunately, the Hypaspist. Still pushing in the Hoplites for not much of a good reason. And now, at least, I'm happy to be seeing that we do see the full iron right about now playing off. And basically Grassengroom winning only because he didn't wait long enough for Momo to be getting all the upgrades as well. So just simply better timing, and that's where the GG in the end is gonna be coming. And while I was skeptical with the underworld in there, well, just kind of like the other part that I was talking about did work out, and that is just having the more upgrades sooner than Momo. And while this was an excellent map for Momo and there were some tactical problems as well, we are going to be at this point going forward into the decider here. And that's a very good achievement by Grassengroom, beating Momo in a great map on his home actually Hades. Superb. Quite a bit superb, to be honest. Well done. Let's therefore put 1-0 onto Grassengroom's scoreboard, and we need a decider here to see who's gonna be next. Okay, so let's go and look at the post game. Can say it now, resources are going to be 1000, 6, 1600, 13, but like 300 more for Grassengroom. That was almost the same. Wow, though, the units killed, that's a difference. Well played. Well played, then. Really looked to me that Momo should be able to defend, but those military upgrades, these were the difference makers. I'm really thinking Momo should have been getting some Hypaspis as immediately as he saw the attack come in. That also could have helped, but too late for that. GG.